he can have a game in this game, it's free because nobody thinks this hero exists, but it's been buffed. The win rate's looking good in pro level pubs. It's on the rise. I'm surprised this is when we're seeing it get picked, is in the grand finals.
Yeah. But that's the key thing. These two games, it's OG drafting themselves into position where they have to win the game before Secret is activated. It's the exact same moment. We got the Void game the first time, we got the OD this game.
Time has come, gentlemen, for the game itself. No more talking, only action. We'll bring our best casters to bring you the madness. But know that blood will be spilled. Hooray!
Thank you, Slacks. Yes, game 2 ready to go between Secret and OG, and we're getting a new hero.
We are.
It's not Danko the Dolphin, unfortunately. It's OD coming through as the last pick from Secret. And as the panel started to say, on paper, a lot of reasons to feel that the OD could have a pretty good time this game.
Yeah, not only what he's up against, but what he's with as well on his team. I think the Bloodseeker is actually something pretty cool. I know people used to pick like OD Beastmaster because OD, his attack speed sucks. Throw in a Blood Rage that gives you 140 attack speed as it's maxed. Also 30% spell amp. Sounds pretty good with the Arcane Orb, even with the ult.
Yeah, pretty dreamy for the OD.
Definitely does. And as they were saying, versus that Troll, that matchup, even versus Omni Knight too. This hero, he goes right through that Guardian Angel in a lot of instances. Unsure about the lane. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup, but you can imagine sounds pretty decent for the OD.
I think so, right? You're still going to be able to play smart with the Astrals.
Yeah.
Try and catch Thompson out anytime he's going for the range creeps and such. Make sure you have that sort of control. So we'll see how Niche is able to play it. I mean, of course, one thing though, for as good of a game the OD can have, questions to be asked. How much has Nisha really played the OD recently?
Yep.
Maybe he's not played the hero too much, and in comparison to Thompson, he is on that Tiny. This is a hero that Thompson, he probably plays about 10 games of Tiny every day. With the way that he plays, his Tiny is terrifying.
Yeah, and there's just no cooldowns really on the side of OG that they have to rely on. Guardian Angel isn't something you usually base your fight around. Everything else, I look at their heroes, it's very run at you, which is exactly the style that they like to play. Yeah. There's also Grimstroke. This is something that can actually hurt OD quite a bit there. You get that level 3 Phantom's Embrace at some point. It does ruin the OD a little bit until he gets that BKB or something.
I was going to say, I'll be very interested to see what the build is from Nisha. Is he still going to try, are you going to go rushing the Agonyms? Do you try and get yourself something a little defensive earlier, 4-star BKB? We'll see. Bottom lane, Puppey, getting going on here. Yapso's able to slow them down with the slow.
Look how he holds the skill point too there. Doesn't even actually skill up the Nature's Attendance, just has the prowess that he knows he's going to survive. Wants to keep that enchant. He does know that there's just stroke skilled at level 1, so he doesn't have to worry about dispelling an Ink Swell, but inevitably in the lane, that's what we're going to be seeing Puppey do, is dispel.
So in this tri-lane versus tri-lane setup, who sort of comes out on top? Puppey verifies pop, but he will go down. So that's OG with the answer, at least on this first bit of a move, as they'll be the first ones to get a kill.
It's a very strong OG tri-lane, and they also, you saw the way they set up that lane initially. The 2 melee heroes body blocked the wave to have it push in, because the tower actually killed all the creeps, and then look where the lane positioning is. So mid one has a great spot where you can actually farm, because it's going to constantly be pushing in, and then these 2 supports just act as these zoners and blocking those camps out so that Puppey can't get any reliable creep. Saksa, he steps too far forward, he'll get punished.
Secret getting a kill back that way.
Yep. And they did, I believe, get the, I think they tried to get the, they did get the D-ward, so they have the small camp available, so they can pull the lane back into a better position for them. Puppey, he doesn't have his hard camp. He's gonna go, oh, he even finds a bounty rune for himself. Lovely. He really wanted to get this creep up here, though, the big camp.
I mean, that was, of course, something that OG do. They leave that bounty rune there for Thompson to rush the bottle and get the refill early on. But yeah, Puppey able to punish that, taking it for himself, and he'll start to make the moves over towards the mid lane.
Oh, he's going for a snipe. He knows Thompson's rushing the bottle. Is he gonna get? He's gonna.
Yeah, he's got the courier on the way back. So
1, 2.
A little bit of money spread between the team. With the way that the lanes are set up, this top lane matchup at the moment, Matu on his own against Seb, 9 for 6 against the 9 for 1. Does one hero start to win this lane a little bit as the levels come in?
I think maybe the Omni helps. I think they're both farming. They're both farming. It's not going to be.
Yeah, it's like Seb's got the sustain with the nukes, but Matu, he's always going to be able to hit back and heal up.
Yeah, I think Omni maybe does a little, can do fine up here, but like Matu, he just hits him, right? You get the lifesteal. You're fine. Puppey, I think he did stack this camp here on the big camp that we saw earlier. I believe he's just farming it maybe with the Wild Wing Tornado. Yeah, he farmed the camp there with the tornado, so he's up to level 2 for himself. He's even continuing to jungle for a moment because they stabilized bottom. They got the lane pulled back. taking a glance there at the mid lane really quick. It is 13-7 right now to the 12-3. So as we kind of felt, Nisha, he is going to have a very good time here versus this Tiny.
Yeah, he's just able to play well with the Astrals coming in and taking away those important creeps from Topson, getting the range creep denies.
Yep.
So we'll manage to set sort of Topson back on the early levels, get that XP advantage in mid.
Yep, and they're keeping that tri-lane fully in the bottom lane. I wonder if they're actually giving more of the experience to mid one. They're not. Okay, they're actually splitting experience fully while we see Secret's trying to maximize. Puppy's jungling a bit, Yapsha's constantly pulling, so we will probably see Secret pull out ahead in the experience after this first early start.
So Nisha just starting things off with the bottle, and as I say, just interesting to see, sort of learn. I think a lot of people at the moment will be watching and ready to see what Nisha does with this hero in this current patch.
They want to do a gank here, setting up for the runes as well with 3 heroes. Nisha gets the luck. He gets it to spawn top. How fortunate. Mid one, getting aggressive onto Zai.
And Bloodbright is going to hit onto mid one. And Zai's able to keep his distance, pop the salve as well. He's going to be more than fine. But still in the lane though, yeah, mid one having an excellent time in farm.
Yeah.
Well and truly dominating Zai with the lane setup that OG has against Secret. 17-12-18 against 17-12 against the 8-0. Very, very big lead here on that bottom lane.
Yeah, mid 20-10 though versus 15-3. And like we said, he got lucky with the rune. He also waited till his bottle arrived. So he's got a full bottle, full HP versus the Topson Tiny, who has no mana whatsoever to work with. They have to be careful how low they stay inside of the side lanes too, because if this Bloodseeker just sees a couple people thirsted up, he's going to be able to play a lot more aggressively down here. And we see this creep constantly being super annoying. They do not have the heroes to deal with those creeps early on, as pretty much no supports do.
Got it.
Mid one.
Every time trying to step in, it's getting hit very hard by the Bloodbright. Has the one charges.
Oh, they do at least get the last hit on that Hellbear Smasher. And Topson's actually was considering making an aggressive move down bottom. It looked like he was trying to find the rune, but it's not there.
Definitely hard for him to come back to lane when he's out of regen, Puppy. So you got to see if he can cut off.
Oh, he sees it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it again.
Another courier kill there. Didn't even have any wards up. Just fortunate enough to be heading over to try and grab a creep at the same time that courier was making his way back. Puppy finds it.
Topson really getting punished in this game. Unable to fill up his bottle, unable to get his courier usage several times there.
I mean, this is you've got to do this.
They got to
Topson Tiny, right? You cannot let Topson have a good time. We've seen it so many times. If he has an okay lane, he just pops off and takes over the entire matchup when he's playing Tiny.
He at least gets to bottle up the opposite side rune there, which is very fortunate for him there. And we do see OG, they're trying to fix this. They're trying to fix the lane for Topson, making a rotation, because he's, like we said, he's really suffering. But as soon as that happens, they're making the move, because Puppy, he spotted the smoke from the high ground.
I'll see. I'm trying to hold mid one inside of the silence, and we'll catch on to the two of them. They're still trying to move on over towards Zai. We'll be slowed by the stroke. They'll turn over towards no turn with the roll in. They'll be able to take out the Tusk. Mid one thinking about turning back in with the Inkswell, but the Bloodbright is down yet again. Mid one having to head in deeper to avoid it, but he's now going to take quite a bit of damage from the three of them. He's trying to run, but the slow's in place. He's under the tower though, with the one charges and the Fairy Fire. He'll live. Secret won't dive any further. Also forces the TP reaction from Topson. He comes down to the bottom lane. Won't actually be able to chase them. Top lane, Matu, he's diving in, and with the fact that Topson reacted to go down bottom, he's got no way to come up top and help Seb, just being dived underneath his tower as Matu gets the solo kill.
Oh my, that's huge there. It was a completely even lane, but somehow he's able to press forward. And that vision from the Thirst allowing him to chase a little bit easier.
I mean, so with that in mind, the top lane, the mid lane looking very solid for Secret. The bottom lane, the place where things are going a little better for OG, as we see still the advantage here for mid one against Zai, but it's not to be said that Secret haven't actually been able to fight back. We're seeing each time Secret definitely still packing a punch themselves despite giving up that one early death.
They see Topson rotating. Is there going to be a movement from Secret? It is. Nisha's coming down bottom here. Yapsor.
Will get blocked off by Topson. Slow from the axes, not quite reaching him, so Yapsor's able to continue to run. And mid one.
He looks pretty dead.
They just dropped the sanities. They don't want to mess around, leave any opportunity for mid one to fight back with a potential ult. And now Thompson, he's in trouble too, trying to set up, but the silence hits in. He'll be safe for now, but Nisha buys time to keep him out in place with the Astral. The micro from Poppy, who stomps down Seb, now turns over towards Thompson. Thompson's left alone. He'll take down a courier, but he loses his life. Nisha cleaning up with a double kill. 3 heroes dead from OG on that fight. Secret starting to build up an early lead. 2K advantage, 6-1 at 8 minutes in.
And he knows Soxa just took the invis. They did see it with the ward anyway. Gets body blocked for a second. So he knows that he's rotating down toward bottom. Nisha makes that rotation look super easy, right? At the moment they see Thompson, instant TP onto the tower. Matu is able to continue farming top because also Seb made his way down bottom too.
So if they can kill Zai, Zai pushing in very aggressively onto that tower, and he'll certainly die for that one.
Wow.
Trying to just getting a little greedy there, getting some hits on the tower, and the loser tag is dropped. And at least mid one able to do it thematically, playing as the troll himself, sticking with the lore.
Surprising to see him die there too. After Nisha pinged and probably was like invis going bottom, right? So Zai just overstepping his bounds. But Secret, very comfortable spot here. Bloodseeker shut down, but you're fine with that. You know, it's Zai playing the Bloodseeker. It's more than fine having your Lifestealer and OD enabled if your Bloodseeker slowed down.
It's a little hard for them to go for no-tail. They'll leave him. He's got the backup at Thompson.
He plays it careful.
See Zai closing in on the blade bout.
They're spotting all of Thompson's move. Thompson only level 7 here at this 9-minute mark. Struggling to find any type of rotation.
I mean, Nishi's saving up the money. Do you think he's considering the Midas this game? 1,400 saved up?
Could be a possibility. I'm not sure in what you build. I've seen a lot of people still go on the Ags build, but I don't see...
If you're having this good of a start, you know, getting sort of the Midas into the Ags could certainly pay off.
Yeah, especially because that hero really lacks attack speed. He does, like we said, he has the Bloodseeker for mid-game, but yeah, we'll see what Nisha opts to go for.
We'll see bottom. Puppy. He's got Zai and Yapso by his side. No-tail looking to finish off the kill, and with the avalanche, they'll find Puppy. Saxa's going to go straight up with the TP out. They kick him to the side with the rupture. Isn't enough damage. Saxa able to make it away with the TP. Blood Rise laid down. Thompson goes over to the side. Zai is able to grab the haste rune, though, before Thompson's able to put it in the bowl.
The root and the speed. He has a haste rune, so he's going to go pick up the rune right in front of them. Nisha makes a gank top with Matu. They take out the Omni while also claiming bounty runes as well.
Nisha and Matu's farm is looking a little scary right now for OG. These two heroes coming out on top and quite some gold here so far, just 10 minutes in. Thompson trying to find action, but Yapsor's away, nothing to be found.
He knows he's tanky enough to deal with it, and now mid lane, they're looking to go for their own push here. Catapult, 10-minute mark.
Yeah, they're coming for the defense here, OG. Also, Thompson able to get the wraparound. Could find the setup onto one of the two of them. Will manage to grab Zai, trapped him by the shards. He's going to run. Silence onto the two of them, but with the Inkswell setup, Zai should fall here. OG surround the Bloodseeker. He'll go down. Thompson picks up the kill with a toss. Secret are trying to come in and help out. Soulbind and Silence. It's out onto the two of them. The Snowball heading in over towards the Earth Spirit, but the stave comes out from Nisha with the Astral protecting Yapsor for now. Still slowed down though, with OG having the full 5-man here. Yapsor will fall as full attention is brought to the mid lane by OG to get the kill. Does mean that continued space is there for MATUMBAMAN. He's still sitting there on the top half of the map, and he's had a pretty lovely start, right? This 1v1 against Seb, where it's ended up in him killing Seb twice. He's had complete free farm after that. This armlet into Deso is going to be incredibly quick. OG's got to find a lot to compensate for the fact that they're letting this Lifestealer free farm.
Instantly Astral as the Inkswell goes off, and now Thompson's in no man's land. He does find the kill on Puppy, but No-Tail also will be dead.
I mean, that's sort of already we're seeing Nisha just sort of three-shotting people with the Arcane Orb. These levels are coming in fast for Nisha. Did he spend his gold?
He's going for Ags.
He's going straight for the Ags, okay.
Yep.
I mean, it is that strong. Having those two charges, you just mess so furiously with these melee heroes. You know, sort of Seb, No-Tail, Thompson, mid one. I mean, any of the four, right? Any of these running in on the front lines, you take two of them out for a moment, and suddenly the turnaround's going to be there. And of course, just an additional way to set up for that blood right to get a guaranteed hit in the fights.
To set up for that, and also just to save different heroes, and it gives you so much different potential versus Troll. You can even like battle Thompson, double Astral him,
and they're on the hunt. Matu and Zai, they find Thompson. It's another kill for Matu. It's like, look how much gold he's got. He's 7,500 already.
He almost has...
How are they going to deal with the Lifestealer?
Oh, God.
He's nearly got Armlet and Deso done at probably one of the fastest timings you're going to see in pro play.
And he can just play the pressure. He's the one who wants to be taking objectives. He's the one who wants to be taking towers, and that's the perfect item build to do it. And they're pretty fragile early game versus all this. Sure, Tiny gets his grow armor. Sure, your Troll naturally gets all this armor, but the rest of the heroes really gonna suffer on that front. God, Nisha. The other thing the Ags also gives you is you're just tanky. You know, you're playing versus Tiny, you're playing versus this burst damage that they're playing around with Thompson, and you're gonna be counteracting it very heavily because of this build.
Yeah, sort of the dream timing is when he hits the Ags and gets to level 12.
Yep.
Suddenly you're just able to capitalize much more on the built-up mana from the Astrals and just slam down incredible damage with the ults. As you already mentioned early on, just against these heroes that don't have that much of a mana pool. They take a lot of damage because of that difference.
They wanted to try to get some type of sneaky gank here on Matu. They have to get this like Phantom from the tree line or while he's disabled. But he is aware, he backs away. OG just trying to find anything here, but Secret all with the heads-up moves. And now they're just finishing up those items. Like we said, they've had such a good early game. Now they're going to back up, finish up this Deso. Pretty close to the Aghanims too on Nisha. They're off to a phenomenal start here, OG. Do they at least have the blink yet on Thompson? No, he's still a bit away from it. And that's going to really hurt them to be able to make any aggressive moves because he's the initiator. The rest of their lineup can't actually just run in and start anything. It'll be suicide for No-Tail if he does commit. Cool to see that Zai goes for the Blade Mail this time first over the Veil.
Yeah, why would you sort of think that is? As you say, pretty much exclusively the Bloodseekers have been going for the Veil. So what makes the Blade Mail a better item here for Zai?
I think he just wants to be this soaker. I think he just wants to like run in and be like, use spells on me, please. Because then Lifestealer and OD just gets to run rampant. So it's just kind of this distraction play, I feel, for Zai.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Matu, Deso finished.
I mean, this is ridiculous time. Yeah.
His build.
It's got to be one of the fastest times.
Oh, God, tier 2 down, 14 minutes. They can take outposts, 7k gold lead. They've got full control, and they have infest bombs, too.
Nisha's alone.
But he's got a haste.
You're right, he has.
And he's looking to turn.
He's actually going back in.
Oh, might get punished for it.
Oh, he's still got an Astral to protect himself. Doesn't actually get it off in time. And he's there, goes down. The Soulbind's out on the two of them. They'll try and turn towards No-Tail, but the GA's out, protecting them from MATUMBAMAN. See if Secret can get back in on this. OG, Thompson's in with the burst.
Nice
Looks to nuke down Puppy, finds him. Matu turns over towards Thompson, chasing down with the rage. He's trying to keep on top of the Tiny, but Thompson a little too speedy. Zai, he's got the speed to chase, but No-Tail comes in with a snowball, slows him down. Still Zai and Matu are able to turn, clean up No-Tail. There's 3 dead though on Secret. It's just down to Zai and MATUMBAMAN right now, as they're still trying to chase Thompson. But mid one, he's kiting up Matu. Still though, despite the fact they have 4 against the 2, they're a little scared on how they approach this Lifestealer. Thompson's trying to find Zai, but a blood right laid down will put Thompson off from moving in anymore.
Thompson, though, he doesn't have blink. He's getting gone on now with the rage. It's wearing off, though. Matu.
With the silence, into the combo, into the stun. Matu, he's gone. OG, they've managed to tackle and take down the Lifestealer. Now they look to just get out of there. The ult up, but it isn't enough. No-Tail even dropping a preemptive tip there on Thompson. He thought they were going to get that kill. They didn't. As Thompson was out, No-Tail
tips his teammate with a nice TP.
Yeah.
Huge plays there by OG in position. Nisha overstepping his aggression there. Gets punished for it with the combo. That was like the most ideal situation.
Nisha. They're going in on him. He stepped up with a combo. Secret. They're starting to break. OG starting to break them a little bit here. Secret losing some big heroes back to back.
That was like the only way that Nisha dies initially too, because there was no blink dagger on Tiny. He walked right up to him with the haste rune. And then the secondary death, that's the blink reveal. And now into Roche, there's a...
I mean, why not?
Oh, man.
In terms of sort of team fight from Secret, there isn't really sort of a huge threat around the pit.
Nope, and Nisha is dead, and with no ult even when he does respawn.
This is a Roche for OG. Very hard to see any sort of way that Secret puts a stop to this one.
Does
maybe Yapsil could go for a... Yeah, if Yapsil goes for a dive in.
Oh, the blood right.
They got the snowball.
Okay,
Keeps him
nice
protected from the silence. Can Yapsel do anything spectacular? OG, they're already going to start to step out of the pit. Seb's been silenced, actually. Seb, he's down. He doesn't get a chance to use any of his spells. Will buy back immediately to make sure that OG can continue to control this great shard from No-Tail. Trap Puppy and Matu away from potential escape. Matu able to jump into Zai. They go straight over towards No-Tail, who's still silenced up. Slow down by the open moves. He gets the chance to pop the snowball. No-Tail will live a few seconds longer. Still falls. Mid-1 turns over towards Nisha. Nisha on the front. He's rooted. He's taken down. Mid-1's able to get the double, but Mid-1's falling low. Matu and Zai, they're running him down. Mid-1's trying to escape. Zai, he's still on top of him. The axes are out. He's going to go for the TP away. Does Mid-1
No way.
He's out. Seb's in with a heal, and Mid-1's back to safety. Shaxa pops the Inkswell. GA's up as well. The Inkswell stun onto MATUMBAMAN. OG, they'll claim the Lifestealer's life.
They're just outplaying in these fights so hard. Nisha is just constantly getting... He just got exploded 3 times in a row after such a godly start. And the control on the Lifestealer too, they're just kiting him around. I cannot believe Mid-1 survives there too.
Some big moves. Mid-1 as well. Stepping up yet again as the carry.
The OG momentum. When they find their stride in some of these fights, it's just insane the way they play around. Even the Lifestealer with Rage, they're able to just dance around him and back into the Roche now.
And this time
they'll get it.
I mean, again, we saw this sort of in the first game as well. OG very good at committing for the Roche, but not over-committing. They always know when to sort of get out and prepare themselves for Secret trying to take a fight for them. We never sort of see a desperate attempt from OG to try and rush sort of the finishing of Roche. They always know when to back up and try and engage with Secret in a position where they're not surrounded and stuck in the containment of the pit.
Saksa and Topson are really the ones who are doing the big work for me here. Saksa, look what level he is. He's near up to level 12, and he's always getting these ideal situations where he just buffs up Topson and tells him to go in. If you look at that, kills 3, 1, 11. He's part of all 14.
Oh, man.
This Grimstroke is doing some insane work right now for the team.
That is certainly something. Topson.
Can't quite burst Puppy. Very close to that cloak, saving lives.
So we see as well, Nisha, he has got the Aghanims, but still has to just be a little more careful with his positioning. As we have seen the last 3 fights, he's just not been able to play. OG have managed to get the jump on him. We'll see what he's getting next after the Ags. I would imagine it's going to be some sort of defensive item because it certainly feels like he needs it.
Yeah.
At the moment, just still too much of a liability. This mid laner, that had such a good start. We saw Topson have a brilliant lead, but a few more fights like this. Sorry, Nisha having a brilliant lead, but a few more fights, Topson's going to take over Nisha's lead.
Yeah. He needs to get some type of defensive item for himself. The 4-staff BKB. He's going to go for the Hurricane Pike to distance himself. One of the better options, of course, versus Troll as well.
See down bottom, OG.
They're set up. Here's that.
There's the combo.
Also, Astral save.
Always up in the air. We'll save him for now. He's back down. The Soulbind's on the turn of silence. Nisha, he's going to drop the ult early. A TP out as attempted by Topson, but he'll be chased down. They'll get the tiny kill. 2 downs. Secret, can they chase for more? Looks like the rest of OG are out of there. But instant reaction there from Secret, just not hesitating to just drop down the sanities to start things off, get the heroes of OG low enough so Secret can get the kills before Topson's able to really get his combo out. And as we did see there, and we will expect to start to see these Astral saves are going to come in clutch.
Yeah.
Just having that extra reach as well with the cast range thanks to the Aghanims.
And I think that's why the Zai has to act as his frontliner. They have to be these bodies to protect Nisha. He can't be in the front line as this OD. They're definitely starting to recognize that. I see the item build by Matu. He's going to be getting that nullifier very early this game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, emphasis on the very early.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact in the build, but the timing that he's going to hit it with the farm that he still has. Top net worth and just 400 gold away from that sacred relic.
It'll help him so much to be able to stick on the Omni Knight in all these situations. Also, I mean, you can't Inkswell the target that's also nullified either. So if they can get these jumps on a lot of these certain heroes, they can break a lot of aggression from OG and a lot of defensive capabilities. Still, they do have this 4K lead because of how farmed and how well that lane phase went. OG, they still have to play rallied behind Mid-1, who is very farmed as well.
No, for sure. And with this Battle Fury build that we saw, I believe, MATUMBAMAN the other day have great success with.
Yep. And he's got the status resistance, of course, too, from the SNY, plus that Heavenly Grace also can do a lot of work. If you get astraled when you have all the status resist, it actually doesn't really last that long.
No, you're straight back out.
Yeah, you'll get right back out of it and able to join back into the fights. And they're smoking, looking for something here.
See if Topson can get the jump.
He's got the Blink and the Nether Shawl, so a lot more burst damage too.
Holds down. I'm a little hesitant to jump on Secret whilst they're under the tier 2. They know that the full lineup of Secret's going to be there ready for a fight. And Topson, he's still looking for the deep wraparound.
He's trying to be sneaky.
I mean, who's he trying to burst?
They want Nisha. Look at Nisha's position. Yeah, they know that they have to play super far on that right side here.
Yeah, he's ready with the Astral saves, and also a few hundred gold away from having that 4-star, so he himself will at least feel a little more safe when he's going in on the front. Trying to get those Astrals off, build up that mana.
They've taken over the side of Secret, though. This triangle was taken, so they're denying a bit of farm there from them. Now they back up. Troll shows. Secret might look to try to catch something here. Well, the Troll is top, but OG all shifts into that area as well. I believe that's a 4-staff done for Nisha.
Yeah,
so he has a little bit of an easier way to get into the fights. He can distance himself and then jump in afterwards. Zai going for his Greaves build. Like we said, he wants to act as that frontliner. He's fairly squishy still, though, only 1,300 HP. And Yapso with a very, his own fun build, of course.
Yeah, Hammer into Glimmer.
Yep, he's just trying to farm.
I mean, interesting, there's what Thompson, he's found Nisha. Nisha, of course, very tanky now. So they won't be able to continue to dive in. Secret themselves actually will try and turn and see if they can catch any of OG. Thompson's falling low to the Rupture, and Yapso, he's going to commit up to the high ground. He's looking for the target, but Thompson, he's able to drop the combo. The Rupture comes to an end, and Thompson, he's able to back off.
Oh, that was close. He almost got booted during Rupture.
Over towards the mid, Zai trying to chase down Saxa, but mid one turns with the slow onto them. Secret won't quite be able to get back in, and now OG, they're ready to return fire. Mid one's starting to charge straight over towards
He just reclaimed, though.
See if he's still willing to fight. The ink swell buffs up. Matu turns with the rage, trying to bring mid one down low with the silence. Mid one, he's falling low, he's gone. They've got the damage, and now with the nullify, Matu's ready to turn over towards his next target. Seb's out as well. No chance for a GA. A Secret, they're found to. Yapso's going to be able to stay on top of Zaxa. No-Tail's rolled over, but it's going to be straight into the blood right. The Astral will play around with No-Tail for a little bit longer. Saxa continued to be chased down by Zai. 4 dead on OG.
My God, he died so fast on the Troll to this Lifestealer. I mean, look how hard Matu's hitting because of this build. He's hitting for like almost 400 per hit. Well, with the Desolator debuff, it's more than 400 per hit. And that silence just breaks the whole Troll build. He doesn't have BKB. The silence lasts too long. He's gone.
And now they're going to take some damage to the base.
I mean, they're going to get the racks.
They're on the Meteor Hammer. They're going to make a quick push out of this, Secret. As 24 minutes in, 1 fight, and Secret in a good enough position to step into the base, and nothing that OG can do to stop this. Only Thompson alive. He can't do anything to sort of tackle how quickly Secret destroy the racks, and it's only going to be quicker next time as Matu, with that fight and with those objectives taken, he's going to be very close to having AC for the next one.
It's crazy how just a silence from an Earth Spirit causes all of this to just fall apart for OG so quickly. And now Secret, they have dominance of the enemy triangle here. Even looking for more kills. Yapsor. Glimmer fades.
He's on top of him. Midwell's trying to go in from the side.
Thompson's dead.
Thompson's dead. And what happened here? I mean, Secret, they're more than happy to fight. Matu's going to stay on top of Seb. The GA is popped. Midwell's still moving in, trying to finish off Nisha, but he's so low. The stun comes out from Puppy Central. He's trying to focus down with the Astral. He's going to be able to keep himself safe. Nisha takes himself out of the game. It's an ultra kill for Matu. He's going to look to finish off Midwell as well. Nisha forces out to the side. Matu finishes off the kill. It's a rampage, ladies and gentlemen, for MATUMBAMAN. As OG getting team wiped as soon as they came back into the game. That'll be the money for the full AC done on MATUMBAMAN.
It's another Rax.
They just go straight back in the base. Tier 2's already taken out in the top lane by that early pressure and space that Matu was having. So they're able to do this. They're straight back into the base and nothing OG can do.
They walked up to the high ground. Nisha just, as soon as battle chances popped, we saw Astral on the Omni Knight, Astral on the Troll Warlord, and they just break the fight completely. And then Thompson gets pretty much one-shotted by the OD ulti because of that mana differential.
I mean, it's sort of what they were saying on the panel. You know, OD against the Troll, it is one of the hardest counters in the game.
Even against Tiny, too, in these type of mid-game situations. I didn't see if he was Blood Rage, but the Tiny just went from almost full HP to 0 from the ult. Because look at that, how much mana he has. 2,200 mana compared to that little bit of the Tiny, only 600.
And you just can't help but feel that OG's starting to sort of feel the fact that this Lifestealer, MATUMBAMAN, he just had a free game for sort of the first 20 minutes. Nothing was done to try and slow him down, and now he is just light years ahead. He's nearly reaching 20k net worth at 26 minutes. He's going to have some insane GPM by the end of this game if it continues at this trajectory.
And they don't really have a, this big offlaner like they normally have on the side of OG Seb. But look at his net worth. He's below Puppy. He's literally just a blink into a Heavenly Grace to try to protect mid one from those silences now.
Are scanning.
He has been shut down so effectively from the side of Secret. OG in a very tough spot now, but they are grouped up here trying to take advantage of the OD ult being down, but still a tough fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're going to try charging straight up onto the high ground. OG want to start something. Soulbind's out onto Matu, linking him up with Puppey. Matu just standing his ground for now. Greaves are done by Zai, so he's ready to come over and help out. Thompson's just dead. He's just dead to the arcane ult damage, and Nisha just destroys him. And this one, he's trying to go in. He's been held in the Astral Meteor Hammer combo coming out. He's able to pop the ult, but Nisha is just building up the charges, punching into mid one. Matu is more than fine, kick to the side, taken out by that final hit from Nisha. As for all the farm that the mid one has, you know, as this troll, he's had a solid game in terms of being able to hit the item timings, but now at this point, it just does feel that it's impossible for this hero to do anything against what Secret have.
Yeah, against all these counters, it really does feel, and the way that they walk up into the fight, Secret was prepared. Bloodright gets laid down, and you can see that all of OG's hero was just in panic, because they're about to get hit by a 3 or 4 man silence, and then it's just the troll and Thompson segregated alone onto the high ground there. And yep, they didn't even have to use OD ult because it wasn't up. This is looking pretty impossible now for OD.
Yeah, some wild builds across the board as well. I don't know if we really talked about it, but Puppey, he's chilling with a Vanguard and
it's typical.
And a Glimmer Cape.
That's the Puppey Enchantress build. You know,
yeah.
He just tanks up. He's like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Start doing it in pubs, boys and girls. Blightstone into Crimson. I mean, in all sort of efforts, it is not bad, right, against this sort of lineup, but with the way that Secret's playing. When he gets this Crimson, that's gonna add that extra bit of protection against all these heroes that want to punch.
If they even need it. They're in a very comfortable spot now here. Everyone just getting so much extra farm. Everyone getting so tanky. There's no way Thompson can really combo pretty much anybody. He's just looking for split push action now. And Yapster's on the hunt.
Let's see if we can find him, and he is on top of him.
Radiant's courier
Thompson has got a TP, but of course with Yapsor around, there's just not going to be the chance. He's astraled, and Secret more than happy to play with the rest of OG. They're trying to move over here. They want to try and help out Thompson. They do turn over towards MATUMBAMAN. They find the bashes. Matu, he's able to jump into the safety of Zai. Out he goes again. Seb's out. Out comes the ult. It's a triple kill for Nisha. They're buying back on OG, but what can they do? They're down 22k net worth. Secret continuing to overrun them. Ultra kill for Nisha. Thompson, he's just got to hide in the trees.
He's trying to
stay here. Don't show himself.
He can't do much of anything here. He's got these 3 heroes rallied around him, but man, Seb, he got clipped by Bloodright, and then he couldn't actually walk into the fight to get any spells up, and then gets 3-shotted by the Lifestealer.
Oh, yeah, he's just gone straight away out of the fight.
And, oh, look at this, an Orb of Destruction from Matu.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, leaving more minus armor. Lovely.
Yeah, GG is called.
GG.
They know.
Yeah,
they cannot fight right now. They are too far behind. And Secret, with that, they'll take the second game in this best of 5. This game...